Hello, Bill Claudia here, starting up a PTQ Finals Sealed. I'll try to document this. These are pretty big deal. I mean, over 100 people, and the prize is qualifying for the Pro Tour. Cool looking rares here. You get a quick glimpse of what you open, and go over to deck building real quick. So sort by rarity, just to check out the cards that tend to be the most powerful. We got lucky with our mythics. They're both in the same color and both good. I mean, you can miss on mythics sometimes, but we did not. Missing on a couple rares. Hostile Desert might be playable, especially with Hour of Promise. Chaos Maw is good. Then taking a look at the uncommons, some of those are above rate as well. Gideon's Defeat, not much in white. Spider's good. Yeah, I imagine we'll go 3 colors, something like Naya. But then of course we can take a look at the individual colors. Cartouche, no trials. Gaining some life. We'll have to look out for ways to gain life, because the Sunmare is fine on its own, but it doesn't really get there until you have some ways to gain life. So 3 Scrounger of Souls. Alright, let's take a look. Next thing by color, just go through one by one. Make sure we see what deserts we have. Definitely Hour of Promise worth building around here. We have some black and white, so maybe these Scrounger of Souls can get in there to help gain life for the Horse Lord. Shadowfax. Painted Bluffs, not a bad one actually, especially when you're running 3 colors. Dunes, I'm not sure how good that is, but double Haship Oasis, who knows? Might get there. Obelisk Spider, interesting with in an Obzon deck. Keep all this in mind as we go to build. Alright, so what else does white have? No life gain on its own except these expensive creatures, and just one of them. Cartouche there, defeats still sideboard only. Mummy Paramounts. Not the strongest creature base early, but Angel of Sanctions and the Sunmare are worth building around if possible, so yeah, some good flyers late. Nothing terrible. Except the mummies don't do much on their own. Alright, blue, just in case we want blue in our deck. We've got Unquenchable Thirst, Unsummon. It's a lot of nonsense here that isn't really worth it. Yeah, blue's out. Blue's out. Cryptic Serpent might be decent, but in all of blue, the splashes would be like these medium removal spells. Maybe above medium, but not as a splash. Okay, Curse. It's one way to gain some life randomly. The rest of this is not too great. However, Lethal Sting and Cartouche, these are things that could work with Obelisk Spider. Vizier's not exciting. The Wall's not exciting. Although you would play it, you know, if you're pretty heavy black and defensive. Maybe have some cycling. Eternal, not sure what that's doing, but it's a pretty good card. Red, let's see if red is definitely has some powerful early game. With double Burning Fist Minotaur, that card is sweet. Double Puncturing Blow. Hazard's Favor is no good. Some solid removal. Yeah, really solid removal. Brawler's not as exciting. I mean, it can definitely lead to a fast start, but you like your cards too. Double archers, not more like a draft deck thing. Yeah, red is powerful. It's too bad we don't have any red deserts. Green has no creatures. Wow. Green has one card in the Hour of Promise, so maybe that's not going to be it. Hour of Promise and Gift of Paradise, but you don't want to splash for your fixing. That's like rule number 1. 2 creatures, maybe we'd be happy to play 1 Frilled Sandwalla. Well, that's not ideal, let's put it that way. Beneath the Sands. Yeah, I'm really just not sure about green. I think I think we're probably not green at this point. Although double Traveler's Amulet, we could be 5 colors and just try to get there. Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs, double wall. Build a 5-color control deck here. Manolith. Splashing literally for Hour of Promise. And Obelisk Spider. Just leaving blue out entirely, I think that's reasonable. Leave the rest of green out. Gotta get used to these columns disappearing and reappearing if you want to build quickly. And then red has got to be in it. The other thing we could do is just build red-white, but red doesn't have any ways to gain life, so it's not as consistent. And there is like a tormenting voice to help draw, but maybe that's not that good. The removal is definitely here. Does white have any other aggressive stuff? It's got Dauntless Haven, Desert of the True. So what's the best red-based deck we can build? No mummies here. If only we had a few more red deserts. I'd be a lot happier about this stuff. Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to a multicolored control deck, but this definitely has potential. Just a little more card draw. Even blue doesn't help out too much there. We've got Tragic Lesson, and that's about it. Yeah, not really looking at blue anymore. All right. Electrify is the worst of the red removal. Maybe we could put Gift in. Play something like 17 lands plus 2 Traveler's Amulets, and then all the best stuff without diluting it too much. Or it could just be white-red is fine on its own. Without black, though, without black-green, we don't get access to these life gain. We want our life gain. We could even cut red altogether, or most of red, like Kenner Scrapper, and just leave in things like Strangler, Deemworthy, Puncturing Blow. It's really hard to splash. Double red. We have one Gift of Paradise, and that's about it for splashing. Double color anyway. God, all these 5-drops. Way too many. Two walls, 2 Traveler's Amulets. It looks like a sign that we can just do as many colors as we like. But is it a trap? Need something to do early. All right, once again, sort of looking back to using green as a light splash. Just for a few good cards. Black, we kind of want Scrounger of Souls, don't we? Maybe that over Okedra's Attendant. That life gain could be quite nice, although the Attendant's better than Winged Shepherd, just most of the time anyway. Manalith might not be something we really need in this deck with the double amulet. Put in something that actually helps us out here. Like another Scrounger, just play all 5-drops, but then we do want the Manalith to kind of ramp us up. Yeah, it looks like a Manalith deck. Oh boy, alright. This is something else. 9, 5, 3, 2. It's a good start, I suppose. Play fewer white here. Maybe go down to 2 white total, and then play Dunes of the Dead. I mean, with double Hash-Up Oasis, maybe we don't need 2 Hash-Up Oasis with very little to do with it. Hard to activate. All right, that's 9 red sources, kind of 10 with painted bluffs, 6 green, 6 white, and 6 black. So we sort of have the least white. And for that reason, we might want to cut something for a white here. Something like that. Oh, that's 8 now? Shoot. Well, this is a weird one to be sure. Might be too many lands altogether, but we've got stuff that works fairly well. Cartouche is always good, Sand Strangler is always good. The removal is solid. We're just trying to get in there with our late game stuff. Double Puncturing Blow deals with whatever we need to. Walls of Forgotten Pharaohs block anything. Burning Fist Minotaurs block an attack early. And yeah, before we run out of time here, let's submit. Take a screenshot of our sideboard situation along with the deck. It's a real masterpiece here. Then it's good to take a screenshot of the pool. I guess you can look that up and stuff, but so that's submitted, and the pool altogether. Oops, there's another thing. Pool altogether. Kind of hard to piece it all together here, but take a quick picture of this. And wish me luck with this thing. But I believe this is what you want to do in this format. Just kind of build a lot of power into a deck.